Hi and welcome back to the Real Family Reviews podcast. I'm the daughter.
And I'm the dad.
And grab some popcorn because today we're going to be doing a little, recap video.
Montage.
We have been doing now for, if you guys have noticed on our channel, for about the past over a month, just reaction videos. We did trailer reactions, and then obviously because it's award season, a lot of awards related videos. So but if you don't know, we actually have been watching movies, new releases that have been coming out. We just haven't been reviewing them because we, again, have been doing a lot of other videos. But what we thought we'd do today is just do a, January recap.
Just a run through
everything we've watched in over maybe the past 5 weeks. And, just doing kind of a mini review of each of those movies in this one big video. Might release this video in 2 parts, we're not too sure yet. But that's kind of what we're going to be doing. So yeah, because we have still been seeing movies, we just haven't been talking about them. Yeah. Because for some reason our channel lately has just been...
It's difficult though, with you being in one city and me in another.
Yeah, that actually... Because we actually did try. There's been 3 times where we did try to do them. I came up here, you came down there twice, and we just never ended up doing them. Yeah. So we were like, how is this keep happening that we do other things and we run out of time? So we're going to just be doing videos, doing a review for about 6 movies or whatever. So yeah, it's fun. We're gonna start off with the first one that we saw a few days into the year, which was Anaconda.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. The last movie we saw of the year would have been The Housemaid. We did do a review for that. Yeah. So yes, Anaconda is the first one on this. Oh, I guess first of all, we'll probably be spoiling these movies.
We will be.
So yeah, go watch them, or you don't care about spoilers then. Yeah. But just be warned that I'm not going to be saying it before every movie. All of these movies we're going to be spoiling. That's your warning for all of these movies, not just Anaconda. We're going to be spoiling them all. Anyway, Anaconda. How did you?
I've never seen the original Anaconda,
Okay.
But I did like this film. I liked the way that they got people from the original film, even though this is like a comedy, and they put them in.
Yes, J-Lo, Ice Cube show up in this. No Eric Stoltz, even though I have seen, this is coming from someone who has seen the original and also one of the sequels. I like the original. I do. It's very campy 90s movie, and I do like it. It's John Voight plays the main villain, I guess. He is a bad guy, and J-Lo is the main character. She has a love interest who's Eric Stoltz, and then Ice Cube is also just there. What it is that they are a group of filmmakers who are making a documentary about the Amazon tribes. So they go there, and then their crew gets killed off by the snake. But in the end, Eric Stoltz, J-Lo, and Ice Cube survive, even though Eric Stoltz doesn't. Eric Stoltz, everyone says it, but Eric Stoltz has no business surviving that movie. It's so random. He lives in the end. He's actually passed out for the whole movie because he gets stung by a wasp really early on, and he's passed out the whole time. So J-Lo and Ice Cube are doing everything, and in the end, Eric Stoltz walks out. He never even the whole joke is that he never sees the snakes. He has no idea why this movie is called Anaconda. He never sees the snakes at all. He's passed out the whole time. So it's so funny he survives, and then he doesn't show up in this. So he could have died, I guess, because he's not in this movie. It's just Ice Cube and J-Lo. But yeah, this movie's fine. I think there's no... the snake is huge, first of all.
Yeah, that's the joke, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Bigger than the other one. I think what it is Jack Black and Paul Rudd playing people who are trying to reboot Anaconda. So Anaconda exists in their universe.
Yeah, the film exists. Yeah.
So they're going... So it's very campy. But at some point, I'm just kind of
well, they lose their snake, don't they? It falls into the Amazon, doesn't it?
Their snake dies.
The acting snake.
Yeah.
And then there is a real snake, though, isn't there, that turns up that's absolutely monstrous. Yeah. The bit where Jack Black's got that pig tied to his head because I think he's died. That was funny. There were some funny bits in it.
It's definitely funny. I think that... the original is nothing serious. It's not like they've made a super serious...
they've harmed Shakespeare or something.
Yeah, they've done Silence of the Lambs, but made it remade Silence of the Lambs, but added a bunch of humor. The original, it's not a super serious movie anyway, so I wouldn't say that if you really enjoy the original that you're gonna not find something to love here. I still prefer the original. I don't know. I think it's just a very little repetitive script. I don't know. It's a weird... They kind of take a really long time before they really know anything's wrong. Because a lot of the middle act of this is them filming this movie that they're making. And it just... It's a bit repetitive, to me personally.
Yeah. Like, they definitely padded it out.
Like, they definitely could have shown a scene or two, but it goes on for a while.
But as I say, the hit bits in it are probably the arrival of Ice Cube. And then right at the end...
No, Ice Cube's great, yeah.
Right at the end... The arrival of J-Lo.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the film's over by then, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's funny. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, people, recommendations, if you like this Anaconda movie, you'll really like Tropic Thunder, also starring Jack Black. It's a movie about... Have you seen it? No. Okay, it's from 2008. Super big ensemble cast. It's led by Ben Stiller. And it's got Jack Black and Robert Downey Jr. and all these things. What it is it's a group of actors who are making a movie about like the Vietnam War, but their director wants them to get along, so he actually puts them in the middle of the forest. But they're being attacked by real people who they think are just actors. So they're like, it's so funny. And then it's so funny. And Tom Cruise and Matthew McConaughey. And
are they in it as well?
Yeah, it's got ton of people. And Matthew McConaughey plays like his what's it called? Agent. And it's just funny because he gets kidnapped by an actual... It's a comedy. We should watch it one day. It's actually really good. He gets kidnapped by an actual tribe. And he's on the phone to his manager and he's like, oh, in your contract it says you get TiVo. And like, you're not being... They think that it's funny. It's funny.
We'll have to watch it, yeah.
But it's so very similar to this because they're filming a movie in the real life, but real life things are like happening. Because in that movie it's... The group of actors, they don't get along, and their director decides they're actually filming it in real life Vietnam or whatever, and their director, like the in-movie director, wants them to get along, so he like he takes them all and puts them in the thing, but then they start thinking that the people with guns they're seeing are part of the movie, so then they're interacting with them, and all the people are like, get the hell down. They're like, oh, okay, we'll get down. Like, where's the camera? Like, improv kind of thing. But it's got Jack Black in it, and obviously this does too. So it's very, very Tropic Thunder.
I'm coming, man. Don't you dare on me, Foley.
I'm sorry, can we cut? Jamie, can we cut?
What is going on here?
Hey, I'm about to jump out this helicopter like Wesley Snipes.
I'm doing the scene right now.
What scene? The scene is about emotionality. Where is it? Oh, God! I am dealing with a bunch of prima donnas.
The action guy who left the fridge open. The award winner.
Critically acclaimed Australian actor Kirk Lazarus underwent a controversial procedure in order to play the platoon's African-American sergeant.
I know who I am. I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
The comedian.
You think you can do what I do? Take a picture of this.
This summer.
Want to make this movie right?
We take those boys up there, put them in the trees.
Shoot the whole thing guerrilla style.
Real fear in their eyes.
Yes!
Yes! The movie they think they're making.
Exterior, rainforest, dusk, cut to a frightening jungle.
Isn't a movie anymore.
Don't let them picture.
So what?
Brazil's running real!
Exactly.
Let's use it!
I got speed, man.
Some of us might not make it back.
What do you mean? Like, not on the same flight?
Like that film where Games Night or whatever it was called.
Game Night, yeah.
Where they thought
that was all part of the actual...
but it wasn't. Yeah, it was like true
mystery.
kidnappers.
Yeah. Very good. Yeah, Tropic Thunder, very good. And Jack Black, funny that he's kind of into these same... Because this movie is... Because there's a part in it where the boat person is a part of this real life crime organization, and they kind of like...
It's a drugs thing.
You know, what's his face? Paul Rudd like knocks people out, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to save the day," and they're like, "No, this is real. Like, get down," you know. So it's so funny. Obviously, I mean, actors don't act like that really. Like in real life, if they see a crime happen in front of them, they're not like, well, "This is a part of a movie. Where's the camera?" But obviously, for movies like this, those actors are always acting. Yeah. So that's that was like funny. But I do think again, a lot of them filming it is so similar, and that they could have cut those scenes down because... Yeah,
but you ended up with a very short film.
I know, but then add something else in, because otherwise it's kind of...
Yeah.
I don't know. To be fair, for this one, I'm pretty sure we came in and it was the beginning of the movie, but later on they flashed back to a scene of them as kids acting on stage. Yeah. And I think that we might have missed...
A little bit, maybe.
The beginning or something. where they were like kids. I mean, I don't think it would have added anything.
No.
I think it was literally just them meeting like as kids.
Why they were so close, isn't it?
First of all, I love the scene, the whole thing, because obviously I'm a film school, so it's like I know more stuff. But I love them talking about like, I guess the patent and like owning the rights, because what happens later on is we assume. I think we also missed this because I think we were there for it, but we just didn't hear it. But Paul Rudd says Jack Black's character, "I own the rights to the original Anaconda."
Yeah.
After they've gone through all this, flown to the Amazon, hide the snakes, they then see a huge boat coming, and they go, "Are you guys filming something?" And they go, "Oh yeah, remake to Anaconda. Sony owns the rights." Like, yeah, Sony owns the rights. No original ideas, I guess. And then it's like a slap in the face at them. First of all, that they're also filming a remake to Anaconda, and that they literally just were like, yeah, no original ideas. But the fact that he doesn't, because they turn to Paul Rudd and go, why the fuck did you say you own the rights? He's like, I thought that we could just make it. They go, no, you have to own the rights to this, you know? Like, that's how it works. But that scene is so funny, because it's like, the huge boat, first of all, like comes by, and it's kind of just like a slap in the face when they're like, no original ideas, you know? Because obviously they're doing this like idea of Anaconda. But I mean, it's funny because the series Anaconda has like 7 movies or something. So
God,
I just maybe not that much. 5. I've seen the first 2, but after that they're all like direct to DVD, if you will, you know, kind of thing, where they're all like not original. Okay, let's move. So yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, we're seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. Like I would say, you know, that we were kind of into it, but you know,
It was entertaining. Yeah.
all right. Next one, we saw the next day. Pretty sure we saw that Saturday when you came down.
Was this Timothy?
This is the next one, which is Marty Supreme.
Okay.
Now, probably should be doing its own video because it's such a big movie.
I don't know what. I don't know what I'd say about it really. I didn't think all that much to it, to be honest with you.
Oh really?
Yeah, I couldn't. I understand the guy who it's really about.
Yeah.
The guy who it's based around, Marty Schnauzer or somebody like that, who was a table tennis star and what have you, but a hard bat, because they use bats with sponges on now, which gives you a greater grip, which is what the Japanese guy is playing with.
Yes. So
the guy it was about originally, who it's meant to be about, it wasn't as bad as Marty Supreme, as Timmy Chalamet's character, but he was a bit of a
so Marty Supreme is a guy who
the table tennis star.
It's kind of hard because it's like he definitely everyone's like, oh, how can all these movies be losing to a movie about ping pong? And everyone's like, it's not really about ping pong, and it's not really about ping pong, it's more about Marty.
Yeah, it is about him as a person.
So it's kind of hard to say he's a guy that plays table tennis just as the description of the movie, because there's so much like extra to it.
He's a horrible person.
I think he is good in the movie. Obviously, we're filming this after a few of the awards, but he has won for both Golden Globes and the Critics' Choice. Did we say it in this video? No, I feel like we said in a different video, but we prefer him in A Complete Unknown.
Yeah, I prefer him in A Complete Unknown, definitely.
It's just
I prefer that film.
Yeah, same. But this is good. I mean, it's definitely not bad.
Well, I'm not saying it's bad, but I would compared to other films that I'm happy to see twice.
What about like even compared to Anaconda? Do you prefer?
I prefer Anaconda.
Really, I prefer this. Much pretty.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really he's great, and so is Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
She did a good job. There's some things here that I think. I mean, first of all, he is good. Like his character is so
mean,
interesting because his character is like really such a dick. But at the same time, you can kind of get what he's got. It's set in the 50s.
Yeah.
So I guess back then.
Just after it is not long after the Second World War because
people have, they've fought in.
Because they go to the British Table Tennis Championship, which must be a major. Because it's almost like they're treating it like it's the world championship, and they go, the Japanese are sent a team, and they go, how have they beaten the travel ban?
Yeah. And also there's people who, I know, okay, so I guess controversial, I think his name is Kevin O'Leary. Basically, there's an actor in this, Kevin O'Leary, who plays the guy who owns the pen brand, who's married to Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Well, he, in real life, people were like, boycotting this movie kind of because of, I need to make sure it is, yes, Kevin O'Leary as Milton Rockwell. he is like not a good person, and people are like kind of.
Who, the actual actor?
Oh yeah, Kevin Logan. He actually is on Shark Tank, but he's like, I guess, politically on the right.
Oh, is he? Right,
you know,
okay.
and
people are boycotting the whole film.
People are kind of like
that.
mad about the movie because of that, but I think he's okay.
He's got, he's got enough in this.
You know, but it's hard. I don't know. I think people need to take a step back sometimes from.
You can't.
But then it's like really saying that. But then you're gonna watch a movie that's directed by like
Adolf Hitler or something.
yeah. Oh yeah. But I don't know. It's a hard one. But I think at the end of the day, like this movie is good, and I don't think he. I think he could have been played by someone else.
I mean, has he been convicted of bad crimes?
He's just like
he just says the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know too much about it.
Yeah.
What I know is that this is his like only movie. I feel like he's on Shark Tank. But to be fair, we're British, so I actually didn't know of him until people I saw on TikTok and stuff. Like, I was like, why is this so controversial? Because we don't have Shark Tank here, we have Dragon's Den. Yeah. Basically, American version of.
So he is a businessman then, is he?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he own a pen company? Which is what his character owns, isn't it? Which you kind of think, wow, he's got this worldwide pen company that makes millions.
But how much has this made? Okay, 60 mil budge made 147 mil.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm sorry. This was like we went off a little bit.
On a tangent.
A little bit there, but I enjoy. I think I like that it's like clear. A lot of the times, what we've learned about in like screenwriting class and stuff is that it's hard when your character doesn't have a clear motivation or a clear want in the movie, and like in the scripts and stuff. A lot of stories don't really have a character who openly says what they want and how they're trying to get it, and this movie does. Like he starts off with needing the money so that he can go get his plane tickets, and then it's like, what's he doing to get that? And it's like, okay, playing table tennis, you know, like against the guys in the bowling alley, you know, so that he gets the money for that. And it's like, okay, he's doing these things for specific reasons, which is to most of the time to go away and play table tennis. But even though he takes a break in the middle,
but he like, uses everybody, doesn't he? He uses.
But like, I think that screenwriting wise, that's kind of smart that we know why he's doing these things because of these reasons. I also really like the music. I know a lot of people are like, it's really weird, it's full of 80s music, but I like the fact that it's full of 80s music. Because the opening scene is literally Everybody Wants to Rule the World when they're having...
Yeah, but that goes well with...
The baby is conceived at the beginning. It ends with Forever Young, I think. And yeah, it's just throughout... I mean, it's set in the 50s, but it's like 80s music. And I don't know, I feel like that's kind of fun. A lot of people are like, it's not realistic to the time, and it's like... But it's not diegetic. If it was diegetic, I get it. Which is just a term for music that's played in movie universe. Like he's not reacting to it and being like, "What's this song?" And they're trying to rip on it and say, and they're trying to say that the song is from the 80s. It's just on the soundtrack. So that I enjoy, and I think the performances all round are good.
They are good. Yeah.
I know that for some reason, this always seems to happen around award season where a lot of controversial stuff comes out about people. But Josh Safdie, the director of this, has recently had some like controversialness for stuff that happened on the filming of Good Time back in like 2016 with Robert Pattinson, involving a teenage girl. It was kind of it was a girl who they filmed nude scenes even though she was underage. It's a weird one, but it just
within
came
the
out.
Film.
Yeah, but it just came out.
Okay.
All this stuff about it.
Okay. Yeah.
So a lot of this movie kind of has some controversialness to it.
They waited until now.
Which is interesting. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, it's the other nominees like releasing things so that Timothée Chalamet doesn't win. Because that's the thing. Sometimes a lot of stuff will happen. It will really tank someone's
they hang on to it.
Ability to win. Like Timothée Chalamet, a lot of people saying, oh, well, that's ruined his chances of winning now just because the director has had controversial stuff. And it's like, at the end of the day, that shouldn't really affect him, but it does because obviously they don't want to like give the flowers to this movie.
I mean, are they saying that, see, it's difficult, isn't it? Because the girl could be, I don't know what age, is she like less than 18 or something, but she could be 17 3/4 or something. and you wouldn't know. And if she doesn't tell them...
It's just the way movies work. Like, you have to have permission. You have to know. I don't know. It's a weird... It's a weird one.
Well, if it's committed a crime, that'll be looked into.
I don't know the full deets, you know, it's just kind of been released. But a lot of the time, stuff like that happens. So, but I think in terms of movie, I do enjoy. I think that we prefer... I mean, again, it's so funny because going into this, I thought it was just about ping pong or table tennis. So I was not really that excited because I don't love that. But it really isn't. And even the ping pong stuff or the table tennis stuff, I enjoyed that. I thought that... I think it's so funny. I remember when we saw F1, Ford versus Ferrari, a lot of movies about sports that I'm not really into. If a movie is really good at like portraying that, I get into that and I'm like, oh my god, that was so tense. Like the scenes when him playing table tennis, I actually get like tense from because I'm like, oh my god, who's gonna win? And it's like, it's interesting that can happen.
I thought it, because I've seen people play table tennis like that, and like the Chinese play it like crazy, they do love it. But I like the bit where they were almost doing the circus acts. Oh, you know when they play, they went, was it April Showers, ding 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 ding, and when they were playing with saucepans and what have you as a trick. I kind of like that. It was like watching the Harlem Globetrotters play basketball or something. You think, wow, they must be really good to be able to do these tricks.
Yeah.
Within their sport.
Yeah, any other... No, I don't really know. Any other, things to say? Without going into a huge tangent, because, again, this is just a mini review. But, good.
You'd have to go and see it for yourself and make your own mind up.
Yeah. I would say that it's pretty long, 2 hours, 29 minutes, but it didn't really feel like that. I feel like it was pretty breezy.
I mean, it was strange when the Jewish guy who was a mafia bloke with his dog and everything.
Yeah, that was a bit of a weird...
It was weird,
side thing that happened. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright, we've recorded about 20 minutes, so... Alright, let's... Oh, actually, also, side note for Marty Supreme. We watched a subtitle screening of it. And we actually really were like, okay, we should watch everything subtitled. It was just a random... They do it at, the theatre, obviously, where they show, 2 out of 10, of them are subtitle screenings for, hard of hearing. It just happened to be that we saw a subtitle screening. But, actually, it was helpful.
It does help, yeah.
Because it got these New York accents and stuff, so... All right, next we saw... Let's see. The 17th came down again, I think 2 weeks later. 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
Good film.
Fun fact, this actually is our first... I mean, it's not a full review, but it's our first review of a movie that we've already reviewed. 28 years later. 28 years later, be linked down below. We reviewed that back in June. This is the back-to-back sequel that was filmed alongside it, but by a different director. This time it was Danny Boyle. This time around it's Nia DaCosta, who we did watch Candyman, 2021's Candyman.
Good film.
We saw that, and I think Eternals, Eternals? Yeah, she did Eternals. Do you remember that?
Which one was Eternals?
I don't remember, but I remember we saw it.
Okay. But Candyman was good.
Candyman, yes. Horror-wise,
the follow-up to the...
Yeah. So we enjoyed that. And we did enjoy 20 Years The Temple.
More than 28 years later.
I enjoy 28 Years Later more.
Yeah.
Than Bone Temple. You enjoy...
I thought Jack Connell...
Yeah.
As I said to you earlier, I thought Jack Connell and
Ralph
Fiennes were really, really good in this. And I liked the Jimmies, and I thought it was more horrifying to me because they didn't have the rage virus and they just committed all these obscene acts towards people.
Yeah.
They were just awful.
Yes.
When you looked away, you said...
I looked away in the skinning scene, and I also looked away at the scene where Samson rips the guy's head off. You know what's so funny? Everyone online also thought that the dad. We thought that. Do you remember? We thought it was Aaron Taylor Johnson for some reason.
When he was going because he got the bow and
then he
arrow.
died straight away. And we were like, what the hell? And we're like, oh, it must not be him.
Yeah.
Everyone online was like, really thought that was him.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact about this movie. Actually, if you guys have seen, I will link also our trailer reaction we did to this movie down below. I'll link 20 years later and then also our trailer for it. Our trailer reaction to the new one. We did say in that video that it's interesting that Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, Jamie, who was in the original, isn't in the trailer for the new one. and we were wondering if maybe we just kept a secret that he was in it, but no.
He wasn't in it
He is not in this. Neither is the village.
Yeah.
Any of that stuff. So
the island that they live on.
The island.
In the beginning,
so we're gonna have to really see if in this third one he returns, because he kind of has to. Otherwise, what the hell, you know?
Well, I think when they wrote it originally, they must have realised, wow, this is one massive long film. It'd be like a 4-hour film, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So they made it into 2 halves, because the bit where it cuts off.
Is him
28 years later, when he meets the Jimmies, he only just meets them, and they're the main protagonists all the way through part 2.
Of part 2, yeah. Well, what is interesting is the fact that a lot of people don't like 28 Years Later because of the ending. So they're like, oh, maybe this will help. It does help for sure.
It does help.
But thinking about it, it's so funny how the opening scene of 28 Years Later is Jimmy as a kid. Because he's not a protagonist until the second movie.
Yeah.
So you're right, it's like one big old story, because they haven't even done anything to do with the third one yet.
Yeah.
Filming it
apart from
pre-production or anything. It's been announced, but that's it. They haven't even...
Yeah, but they put Cillian Murphy at the end of this one for a couple of minutes.
But they haven't even...
Why would he be in it if he's not...
Well, okay, so this is the thing. When the first one came out, 28 years later, they announced that if the reception was good and that the box office of part 1 and part 2 were good, that they would make the third one.
Yeah.
Well...
They have been, though, haven't they?
No. The reception's been good, but the box office has not been good.
What, for either film?
Well, let me tell you. So, 28 years later, the first one, 60 mil, and made 151 mil.
Okay.
151.3. Part 2, 63 budget, 56.
Really?
So...
God, it's a better film and all.
Yeah, it's underperformed, and people are now worried about what this might mean for the third one, because Danny Boyle, who created the original 28 Days Later, and he also did second unit for 28 Weeks, and then directed Years, did say that if the second one did good, that he would come back for the third. Yeah. But it hasn't. So everyone's curious, but realistically, they really have to wrap it up otherwise.
No one's in it to make a loss, are they? A projected loss.
I just don't get it. A lot of people do think that the second one is underperforming because of the ending of the first.
Yeah, but this tells you what the hell went on.
A lot of regular moviegoers aren't gonna...
I suppose at 15 quid to sit down.
Yeah. So that's sad. Because it's like, I don't know
what's going to happen now. Because, I thought that it was interesting. You see Spike and the girl, Jimmy, getting chased, and Cillian Murphy appears in it. I think
that could be a closed end, if you want to think about it. Maybe you just assume
he goes up with that rifle and says they're going to help them, doesn't he?
So I guess maybe just you can say, they did help, and now that they're living with them.
Because Spike and the girl are good.
Spike and the gang. So I don't know. I guess they could say, no, that's closed, or they could say... they can always change their mind. I know that actually Ty West, who did the MaXXXine Pearl X trilogy, do you remember we watched them all? He did say that after MaXXXine came out that he was interested in making a fourth, and then a few months later he said, no, the whole thing is completely closed, I don't want to do it, and they're not doing it. So Danny Boyle could change his mind and be like, no, actually I do want to do it, or I don't. We'll see, because the critical reaction...
I think the Bone Temple's actually still in cinemas, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it's takings or pick up.
Let's hope, I guess.
Yeah.
But overall, I prefer it more than Years. He prefers it more than... I
prefer it more than Years.
I'm sorry, I prefer Years more. He prefers Bone Temple more. Maybe part 3 will...
they found a cure as well. They found a cure for the rage virus, or it was found, and then the doctor who discovered it got killed. So
yeah, but Samson is still there, so he'll be.
He is, but how does he go out and administer the cure to people?
Because a lot of people also said this. He told him what was in it. Samson was there when Ralph Fiennes said, "This is the ingredients that I'm going to give you." Yeah. So a lot of people think that him looking over and explicitly being told means that now he knows.
Yeah, but he was drugged at the time.
Yeah, but it's like
he was doing that.
Yeah, but he was looking at him. We don't know realistically what he's going to remember.
Yeah, true.
Anyway.
That's why that's like another break in the films, isn't it?
Well, also the pregnant lady from part 2 needs to come back.
Mm.
Again, going back to this movie, it's very tense. Like, I would say it's scarier than 28 Years. It's scarier because of the human villains. I just really hate how every single... I know they're not zombies, they're rage virus, but every single zombie end of the world movie just always goes back to the thing of zombies don't really matter anymore. Humans
are worse.
Which, again, The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Part 3, season 3 tagline: "Fear the dead, kill the living," or whatever. I think it's actually it's something along those lines. Because part 3 and onwards then starts to be the zombies don't even matter at that point. It's the living. But it's just like, because in part 1, 28 years later, the alphas are scary. You know, it was Samson actually that was the alpha.
Yeah.
The rage virus generally scary anyway because it's note cannot recover and it's all these things. But then in part 2, it's really like, because I don't get how the Jimmies who live outside basically are able to completely survive against the rages.
And they never set guards or anything. They just roll over and go to sleep.
I mean, to be fair, you can even say about Ralph Fiennes. He lives in the middle of the open.
Yeah.
He does have like
an underground.
But he doesn't kill them. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a lot because it's like realistically, Aaron Taylor Johnson and his whole crew have had to do this whole thing where they now live super far away.
Yeah.
But yet this cult is able to just walk around and not get
They're amazing fighters though, because if you remember at the end of the 28 years later, they all leap off the rocks doing backsplit flips and what have you, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, it's so... I mean, I love the scene with Ralph Fiennes when he's trying to convince him that he's old Nick.
Yeah.
Is it Saint Nick? No.
Old Nick.
Saint Nick is
the devil. Yeah. Saint Nick is Santa Claus.
Yeah. I love that scene because it's what does he play? Iron Maiden, right?
He plays Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast, 6.
Yeah.
6, and he's dancing around like crazy.
I love that.
Yeah, and they're all.
Like he's great. But and something I did say in the trailer reaction, which I don't know what you said if you agreed with me, that I think that Ralph Fiennes' character might die in the part 2.
Yeah,
and he did die. He does at the end. He gets killed by Jack Connell.
Yeah, who then gets
Jimmy
killed
Crystal.
Yeah.
Who then I guess dies. He actually is left. He's left alive technically.
He's crucified and he's been stabbed.
But he is still shouting.
Yeah, but he shouts.
Does he get stabbed? No.
He does.
By who?
He gets stabbed by Spike.
Oh yeah. He stabs.
Which is why the
Ralph
girl.
Fiennes.
Yeah.
He stabs Ralph Fiennes.
He goes, if he was old Nick, could I do this?
But then who killed those other 2 Jimmies then? Her. I think she did.
Yeah, she did because she's like.
They all got stabbed at the end.
Yeah, but she was like really amazing fighter, wasn't she? Because when she's walking along on her own complaining.
Oh yeah, no.
And that rage virus guy's running to her, she keeps talking.
Well, it was the guy from earlier. Yeah.
But she dives out of the way in one movement and kind of cuts his throat and just keeps walking, still talking to herself. So she's like an amazing fighter.
But technically his character's still alive.
Yeah.
So I guess if they wanted to bring it back, they could say that something happened.
But I think the reason the Lord on the cross says,
on the cross.
Well, Jesus, when he's on the cross, he goes, "My Father, why hast thou forgiven me? Why hast thou forsaken me?"
Yeah.
Well, when Jimmy's upside down, he says the same thing. He's crying and he's going, "Father, why hast thou forsaken me?" And he's a Satanist.
Yeah, because Father is still the devil.
Yeah.
It's the opposite way, which is why he's crucified upside down.
Yeah, which is I thought it was good. It was quite funny.
But yeah, I'm excited for 3, but I guess I would get it if they didn't want to do it.
Yeah, if it don't come through, it don't come through.
I prefer Years, he prefers the Bone Temple, but we have only seen both of them once, so maybe if there was something else, then we would prefer. But they're both good. Yeah, I just prefer the quiet, more zombie atmosphere of part 1, and part 2 is bigger and it's got more human antagonists and a lot more like gore to it, and they're both good. I just prefer the quiet villageness of the first one, and
there's
more
some
of
level
these like,
of survival,
like beautiful relationships, you know, like with the mother and the dad, and you've got like this whole dynamic. And then in part 2, it's more because again,
it's just odd little.
Actually, not again. I didn't say this, but I feel like Spike is like a different character for some reason. In the original, he's a lot more like of a fighter, I would say. And in this one, I think it makes sense because he's never dealt with human antagonists before. He's only dealt with the rage virus, but he's very scared, and I think it's justifiable. But I think compared to the original, where at the end of that he goes off on his own and is fighting the rage virus, in this one he's a lot more like held back and more like, please don't hurt me, please don't hurt me, instead of just running away.
But do you remember the opening sequence when he's in that like swimming pool?
Yeah.
And he's got to fight one of the Jimmies and he's absolutely crapping himself.
Yeah.
And eventually, the guy who's taking the mickey out of him, "I'm going to kill you slowly," he pulls his strides down and stabs him in the thigh with his knife, and the guy goes, "I'm going to kill you with your own knife," and pulls it out and he's cut his artery, and the blood goes. So he fought him.
I know, yeah.
He got himself together.
But it's just like the whole movie is kind of like.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's seen a lot.
He's begging
of shit.
He's going, take me with you.
Like
that pregnant woman. He goes, "Take me with you." It's like, well, you should be protecting her.
Yeah,
She's a pregnant lady.
But he should have just left at that point. Why go back to them
and
after
say,
that?
I had to kill her.
And say after that, I didn't like.
I didn't do what you ordered.
Yeah, silent. Do you think when Jimmy, they were all Jimmys, but Jimmy Jack O'Connell
Sir Lord Jimmy,
Sir Robert Valentino, whatever he says. My name is Carlisle. You know, George.
Yeah, gives us a long.
Yeah. Do you remember that he said, "Oh, so you didn't bother to bring her face back for me
Yeah.
or her unborn child?" Do you think that they were going to kill that baby, or do you think they were going to raise it as a Jimmy?
No, I think they were going to kill it. I think they were going to kill the mother.
Yeah, but I know, but it's just because he says you didn't even bother to bring. Yeah, but I don't know because he says earlier on, chase the pregnant woman's run away, get the other people inside, and don't let her get away because Nick's gonna be mad if we lose that baby. Because
but they killed them as a sacrifice, don't they? And I suppose a baby.
Yeah, but
is
at
a
that
real
point
sacrifice.
they already lost 2 Jimmys because he killed. First of all, that's amazing when she kills the hook in the back of the head, and then the other guy gets burnt to death. Yeah. So I thought maybe he would try and up the numbers because he loses because he's got 7 and.
He has 7 fingers. That's what they call them.
But later on, he even says to Ralph Fiennes, like, I think we should do a thing where we just have unlimited Jimmys because I've already lost. There's only 3 of them left anyway. Yeah. Anyway, that was a bit longer, but good movie. Good all round. Kind of sad about the fact that
Takings is a bit sad. Yeah.